ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Today, the game is different.
I want to gamble. Gambling is a very serious business. Is that clear?
Welcome to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you here, deep from the swamps of Jersey. We got a great show coming up for you. If you ever talk to someone who works in the gambling industry, you might hear them use the term FinTech. That is short for financial technology, and the modern gambling industry would grind to a halt without it. Whether it be for deposits and withdrawals, digital wallets, blockchain, or NFTs, FinTech is a crucial element for gaming operators. And one place that is doing amazing things in the world of FinTech is the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center at New Jersey City University. It is helping shape the future of the FinTech business. We're going to hear all about FinTech and the Innovation Center because we have its executive director, David Naczycz, coming on to talk to us. When we come back, we're talking about FinTech in the gambling industry. So stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from House of Cards with your House of Cards Gaming Report for the week of March 11, 2024. The American Gaming Association reported that the total revenue from land-based casino games, sports betting, and iGaming reached $66.5 billion for 2023. That is a 10% increase over the previous record set in 2022. With the inclusion of tribal gaming figures, which will be reported later in 2024, the total gaming revenue for the United States for the year will likely approach $110 billion. Fanatics Betting and Gaming announced the launch of its online sports betting platform and casino in the state of Michigan. Michigan is the 13th state where Fanatics operate their sports betting platform and the third state for their online casino platform. Fanatics replaces PointsBet in the state, with all PointsBet customers automatically migrating to the Fanatics platform. And finally, it was a good couple of weeks for players on Golden Nugget Online Casino. First, a player in Pennsylvania on February 7th hit Golden Nugget's largest jackpot to date with a win of more than $1.4 million playing the Cleopatra slot game. Next, on February 12th, a Michigan player won Golden Nugget's Online Casino's first ever jackpot in the state of more than $1.42 million playing the 88 Fortune slot machine. It's a good month for slot players on Golden Nugget Online. Having news or tips regarding casinos, gaming, or legislation, send us an email at newsroom@houseofcardsradio.com and follow us on X at HOC Radio.
There's a whole lot of lotto going on in the world of jackpots, and there's a whole lot of jackpots going on right here in your hand with jackpot.com. Sign up at jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the best and biggest lotteries can be found at jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and then you're done. Sign up now at jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first purchase. Jackpot.com. It's the world of lotto in your hand.
You're listening to House of Cards.
And in Baccarat, boo, 30 carats, 7-card stud, blackjack, and craps, too. I'm just a fool for gambling.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. For anyone who works in the gambling industry, when they hear the term FinTech, they tend to pay attention because it's so important to the industry. I think it's at the core of any state's gambling industry and certainly important for the future success of gaming. Being in New Jersey, when I hear FinTech, I immediately think of the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center at New Jersey City University. It is doing amazing things for this industry. And we're going to hear all about FinTech and the Innovation Center because we have its executive director, David Naczycz, on the line. David, thanks for joining us.
I'm happy to be here, Dave. Thanks for having me.
I got to tell you, I think FinTech is so important for the gambling industry, but it may be a foreign concept to people who don't work in the gaming business. When we use the term FinTech, what are we referring to?
Well, FinTech is an abbreviation of sorts of financial technology. So it's really any tech that helps facilitate financial transactions in any way. And, you know, the relevance to the gaming industry is that, particularly the online gaming industry, but the whole gaming industry, you know, casinos and bookmakers and operators like that, they're essentially a financial business. They're taking in money, they're holding that money, they're paying that money out. FinCEN at the national level essentially regulates them the same as banks.
Okay.
For that reason. So it is important to the industry, and it's important for a lot of reasons, which I'm sure we'll go into. But I think it's essential to the industry, and it is appropriate to think of the online gambling industry as a financial business.
What kind of technology is involved with FinTech? I'm sure people who have gambled online or made a bet on an online sportsbook, they've come into contact with some of that technology. I mean, I just heard a conversation the other day when one person was asking about a site that has a shared wallet, or people talk about how money is deposited or withdrawn from a gaming site. What are some of the components of FinTech that some people use every day?
Yeah, so the ones you'll recognize that you use whenever you're using an app is so the payments or payment rails. So that is how you fund your account. So if you go on most of the apps, they have multiple options for ways to fund your account. These are all FinTech companies or some sort of financial technology that's at play there. There is the wallet, how the money is held or custodied by the sportsbook operator or by the casino operator. And then there's the payout, which uses the same payment rails you use to pay into your wallet. Now there's the stuff you don't see, you might see it, but you're not seeing the whole picture. So there's the whole know your customer function, which you generally abbreviated as KYC. But this KYC function is basically verifying you are who you say you are. You are where you say you are, which is important for sports betting in this country. It's important for a number of reasons, for anti-fraud reasons, for responsible gambling reasons, that the operators are able to verify people and who they are. So all those checks you go through, whether it's taking a selfie or taking a picture of your ID. Those are all part of the KYC process. And then there is software and technology at work behind the scenes monitoring things around anti-money laundering, around anti-fraud, and that's to ensure that everything's on the up and up. Casinos are vulnerable to money laundering schemes, so the operators need to be able to use technology to help track transactions and look for markers that indicate this might be money laundering that's going on right here.
Well, I gotta ask you a couple of concepts that I'm not a technical kind of guy, and over the past couple of years, I've been hearing these terms in the news, just like everyone. I mean, I've heard the terms NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens. I mean, how important are NFTs in the world of FinTech, and how are they primarily utilized in the gaming industry as part of FinTech?
Well, I would say that NFTs belong to the larger world of blockchain, right?
Yeah.
So blockchain is like cryptographic record keeping. And whether you're calling it crypto or blockchain or NFTs, which are a token that lives on the blockchain, these are all part of a parallel financial system that has grown up over the past decade or so. And it's definitely relevant to the gambling industry. First off, some people want to fund their accounts with crypto. And it's a bit of a regulatory dark area right now in the U.S. So there's concerns about, again, going back to fraud and money laundering, there's concerns about that around crypto and people using crypto to do that kind of thing. So regulators have been reluctant to allow crypto, at least in the U.S. There's other jurisdictions around the world where it's more open and it's become more of a part of the game. And then, there's actual crypto casinos now. Again, none of them are regulated in the U.S., but they are out there. They exist. They're regulated in other jurisdictions. And NFTs are, basically an NFT is a digital token that verifies that something is what it says it is. And it could be a digital asset. It could be a physical asset, whatever it is. Probably the way you've heard it most often used is with digital art collectibles. that people buy these images like the Bored Ape or something as an investment and hold them and sell them later. But it is used in a lot of other cases as well, just to verify something is what it says it is. So there are potential uses, again, for blockchain.
Sure.
That's not necessarily, like using cryptocurrency necessarily, but you can use the blockchain to keep records and to verify things are what they say they are. So they have uses for gaming in that respect, and may help in terms of anti-money laundering, may help in terms of know your customer, that kind of thing.
Well, let me ask you about cryptocurrency and blockchain. I mean, how much of a role do you see that playing in the future of FinTech? Are we going to see more and more gaming operators using blockchain and cryptocurrency in the future? Do you think it'll be in the mainstream, and do you think that's the future of FinTech?
That's the $1 million question, or billion or $1 trillion question.
Yeah, really.
Is this stuff around to stay, or is this just a passing fancy? I personally belong to the camp that I think this is around to stay. I mean, it offers an alternative to traditional finance, or TradFi as they call it, that has some intriguing use cases. And particularly, if you look at, it's not so much relevant here in the U.S., at least not for now, thank God, but in other countries where currencies are not stable, governments are not reliable, then having an alternative currency is quite useful. So I think the cryptocurrency side of it, I think, is around to stay. I also think the blockchain technology, the technology underlying cryptocurrency, is around to stay. And is relevant to the industry because you can use it again to do record keeping in a way that is not easily done off the blockchain, and to verify things, and be able to verify records, be able to verify identities and things like that. I think it has some powerful use cases. So I think you're going to see more of it in gaming. You're already starting to see more of it, so I think that trend is going to continue, and it's going to be around.
Stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards.
You're listening to House of Cards.
I'll bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. No. 5-1. No. 10-1. You're on.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with David Naczycz, Executive Director of the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center at New Jersey City University. Now, you're Executive Director of an organization that is doing amazing things in the world of FinTech, and that is the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center at New Jersey City University School of Business. Tell us about the Innovation Center, and tell us about what the goals are for the Innovation Center.
Sure. So the center was created by the state of New Jersey this past year, and it's an economic development initiative. So New Jersey identified industries that were strategic to the future of New Jersey. The governor's office did. One of those industries was online gambling. And so the state invested in the Innovation Center, and they provided the initial funding for the center to get started as a way to invest in that industry, to attract more investment, to create more jobs here in New Jersey, and that kind of thing. They put FinTech together with online gambling for the reasons we've already been talking about. It's just a natural synergy between the two, and they go hand in hand. So that's why they put those together. And I think also it says something about the state of New Jersey that, you know, this is a jurisdiction that really values the gambling industry. And I think that's a clear message that should be going out to everyone in gambling that says, hey, New Jersey is here to work with you. We want to support you. This is a great place to do business if you're in that industry. We have a great regulatory group at DGE, so it's a great jurisdiction for online gambling operators.
I love what New Jersey's doing with the Innovation Center. Like you said, it was a partnership from the New Jersey Economic Development Authority and New Jersey City University. And like you said, it really shows how important New Jersey thinks FinTech is. Tell us a little bit about New Jersey's concept of FinTech. I mean, not only in today's marketplace, but moving forward as an important investment for the state.
Well, you know, New Jersey is already a center of the financial industry. You know, 25%, a quarter of the world's largest FinTech companies are already based here in New Jersey. So our proximity to New York has made us a center of the financial industry. So FinTech is just an evolution of the financial industry and where it's going in the future. So New Jersey clearly wants to be on the leading edge of that movement to financial technology. So much so they haven't just created my innovation center; they're creating another innovation center with Stevens Institute. That's another FinTech innovation center. Wow. So there'll be two centers. I'm more focused on the online gambling FinTech stuff, and that center is going to be more focused on, you know, the other aspects of FinTech. FinTechs are quite a big category that includes online banks. It includes you know, payment operators. It includes you know, B2B businesses that help facilitate financial transactions of all kinds around the world. So it's a big sector. So New Jersey is investing heavily in it.
Now, I went to your website, ftswinnovation.org, all one word, and I saw the incredible things you're doing, especially with regard to workforce development. Tell us about those programs, and how do people make those connections with the businesses you were just talking about through the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center? Yeah, so we're one of the tracks we're working on as a center is workforce development. And essentially that means building a talent pipeline here in New Jersey for the industry so that the industry can get their talent needs met both now and in the future here in New Jersey. So we're going to be working with all levels. We're going to be working with university students, graduates, mid-career professionals. We're going to be creating training programs, doing curriculum development, certificate programs, all designed to bring talent into the industry, upskill that talent so they're ready for what the industry needs. So we're working now with the industry and with our academic partners in New Jersey, not just NJCU. NJCU is our key partner here, but we're also looking at other universities across the state and working with them as well to make sure that no matter what the industry needs, whether it's you know, they need tech people, programmers, they need people that are math, data scientists, they need people in marketing, they need people in finance.
They also need people in something we'll probably talk about a little later, but responsible gambling and problem gambling treatment. These are all talent needs that the industry has, and we're going to be working to meet them with our programs. So we're in the process of standing up those programs now. We've got a career panel coming up later next month, March, on the 20th of March. You can see that on our website, but that's part of the beginning of our programs to really build this talent pipeline.
One of the incredible programs that you have at the Innovation Center is the Gamble for Good program. Tell us about that, because I think it's just an absolutely incredible idea and certainly needed in the gambling industry, especially as the gambling industry tries to expand in this country.
Yeah, I mean, well, we looked at the industry as we were getting started last year, and one of the things that was clear as day to us is that the industry, and this is of no surprise to anyone, but the industry has a perception problem.
Yeah.
And that perception problem creates headwinds for the industry, creates problems. Those problems include inhibiting growth and expansion, creating regulatory restrictions and fines. To our earlier conversation, I think it gets in the way of attracting top talent to the industry. So all of these things are impacts of those negative perceptions. And what we want to do is twofold. One is we want to help the industry get better and change those perceptions. So we created this Gamble for Good concept, and underneath Gamble for Good are a lot of individual concepts that people talk about in the industry. We put them together under this one umbrella. So those concepts include responsible gambling. They include ESG, environment, social, and governance, diversity, equity, and inclusion. They include compliance, integrity, all of these issues that the industry has that formulate that public opinion of the industry are all underneath there. So we put all those underneath there. We want to help the industry get better in all those areas. So innovation, technology, whatever we can bring to the research, whatever we can bring to the industry to help it improve along those lines. And then the second thing we want to be doing is just help the industry tell its story. And when I'm talking about the industry, I'm talking about the regulated industry, right?
Yeah.
So there is a huge offshore industry still. And, the average person on the street does not make that distinction. When they think about gambling and they have a negative impression of gambling, that negative impression is the same whether it's a regulated operator like FanDuel or DraftKings, or it's an unregulated offshore operator. And we want to be part of helping the regulated onshore operators, be better at making that case that, look, regulating this industry brings it under scrutiny. It brings it into a safer environment for communities, for players, for everyone involved. And so that's part of that Gamble for Good program as well.
I am so glad you created a program like Gamble for Good, because I see that as a real important issue in the future of gambling and the creation of jobs in the industry. I mean, I was talking with Sean Flaherty, who's the delegate from West Virginia, and he's also president of the National Committee of Legislators from Gaming States. And one of their big issues is the expansion of online casinos, and they're getting a lot of resistance from states who do not want online casinos in their state. And I asked Sean, because he's from West Virginia, and they have online casinos and online poker just like New Jersey and things like that. And I said, is there some perception that our states are doing something wrong or something bad is happening in our state because we have online casinos? Have you been finding that the case with legislators and people in the industry, that there is a huge perception of the gambling industry? And is that what prompted you to start Gamble for Good program?
Yeah, I mean, I've been amazed. I've been having conversations with people in the industry who are anti-online casino regulation. And I find that really curious.
Yeah, right.
If you're in I understand the average person on the street doesn't realize.
Sure.
But if you're in the industry, I feel like you should know better. But I think a lot of people don't. But, our whole point is there's already online casino happening everywhere.
Yeah.
It's widely available. The internet has no borders. So it's not, I think what the math is in people's heads is when you start talking about legalizing, they think you're permitting it to happen.
Yeah.
And the truth is you're not permitting it to happen. What legalizing means is you're taking an activity that's already happening happening in an unregulated, unmonitored, unsafe way, and you're bringing it under some supervision. And you're regulating it, you're collecting taxes from it, so that's what it is. And I think the industry's just having a hard time making that case. Mm-hmm. And people aren't quite buying it. So that was what, prompted us to create Gamble for Good. Because I think the problem is twofold. One, that there is an education issue with the average consumer or politician or whoever you're talking about. But there is another issue, which is the regulated industry still hasn't differentiated itself in terms of safety and inclusiveness and things like that in its practices, and they have to do a better job. So all the conversations that are going on right now around responsible gambling are essential. And there's a lot of great work and technology coming into the space that really will make it safer. Mm-hmm. But we need to continue innovating there and doing better.
Stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-479-3522. That's 800-479-3522. 800-479-3522.
With costs going up, Adam and Eve is the best deal around. With 50% off a sexy adult product at adamandeve.com. That's 50% off right now when you point the camera on your smartphone at the code on the screen. Don't get up. Just open your camera and point it at the screen. Hurry! You'll also get 10 free gifts, including free discreet shipping at checkout. This is your chance to get more for less. So scan now for 50% off plus 10 free gifts from adamandeve.com.
Every 40 seconds, a kid is reported missing. Find the Children provides educational material that teaches your kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs are very successful in bringing kids back home to their family. You can help protect our kids and bring the missing kids home safe by donating your unwanted car, truck, SUV, or van, running or not. We guarantee you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast free pickup, usually within 24 hours. Over 2,000 kids are reported missing every day. Call now to donate your vehicle. Donate now to bring these kids home safe.
Call 800-934-2260. 800-934-2260. 800-934-2260.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Your Majesty, the royal wrestlers await.
I'll bet on the little guy. How much? 3,000 guineas, 2 geese, and a duck. That's a foul bet.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by the Life Hack Pack from More Labs. Unlock your best self with the Life Hack Pack from More Labs. The Life Hack Pack contains 2 bottles of Morning Recovery, 2 bottles of Dreamwell, and 2 bottles of Liquid Focus. The Life Hack Pack is specially designed to help you live your life not just better, but smarter. Use promo code Radio15 at morelabs.com to get 15% off your first purchase of the Life Hack Pack or any of their other great products. That's promo code Radio15 to take advantage of this great promo of 15% off your first purchase at morelabs.com. You can finally do it all with help from More Labs. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with David Naczycz, Executive Director of the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center at New Jersey City University. Now, you're having a Gamble for Good Summit coming up in the fall. Tell us about that. When is it, and what can people expect to experience at the summit when they attend in the fall?
Yeah, this will be a one-day event. I actually don't have a date to share with you, but we'll be putting a date out on our website, and that hopefully in the near future. But it will be in the fall, and it will be a one-day event that'll feature leaders in the spaces that make up Gamble for Good, so responsible gambling, compliance, diversity, integrity, all of these things, and innovators in that space. So entrepreneurs and new startups that are bringing new technology and new ideas into the space to help make it better. And we'll also have, I think we'll also have dialogue about the expansion of regulated gaming in this country.
Now, again, looking at your website, ftswinnovation.org, I see you have a lot of events throughout the year. You have networking events, you have internship programs, you have great stuff with responsible gambling programs. Tell us about some of the programs that you have throughout the year at the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center.
Sure. Well, we're in the process right now of we're in the middle of our online virtual panel series. Under the Gamble for Good program. So we just had our panel for this month a week ago, which was the Innovation in Integrity. And next month in March, we're going to have Innovation in DEI, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And the month after that in April, we'll have Innovation in ESG, which is Environment, Social Governance. So we've got great panels lined up for that. The discussions we've had so far have been great. These are free events. People can register on our website for these virtual panels. Everyone who registers gets a copy of the recording of the panel. So that's one of the things we've got going on. We've got a career panel, which I mentioned, also coming up in March, which is going to be about educating people about careers in gaming and career paths. We've got some great panelists who have diverse pathways in their careers to share their experiences and to talk to whoever, students, professionals, whoever wants to join that panel and answer any questions they have about what it takes to work in gaming generally. And then we've got coming up in May, on May 6th, right before SBC, we're going to have a executive roundtable. So this is an invitational event that's bringing together leaders from the industry. And that particular roundtable, we're going to specifically bring together leaders from the academic institutions from across New Jersey to dialogue with industry about what are the talent needs that the industry has and how can the universities in New Jersey meet those talent needs both now and in the future.
I got to ask you about the job market. What's it like for FinTech? I mean, I believe we were both on a panel together at a casino esport conference in the Resorts Casino in Atlantic City, and we were talking about the future of betting and esports. By the way, you did a great job with that panel. We had 6 people on the panel, and 3 were named David. So you did a great job. You did a great job of keeping that straight. I would have never been able to do that. But I mean, we were talking about esports and betting, and certainly skill-based gaming is also part of the future of betting in some areas of the country. Is the job market for FinTech growing in the state of New Jersey and also in other areas of the country?
I would say yes. I mean, from a macro level, yes, it is growing. We've gone through sort of the micro fluctuations where in 2021, it was growing beyond all imagination. Like the rate of growth was off the charts. And then in 2023, things kind of pulled back because there was a pressure on startups and operators to show profit with higher interest rates and things like that. So we've got those sort of micro movements in the market. So the job market isn't as exuberant as it was 2 years ago, but it's still growing. And, those micro movements are going to turn, right? So we're going to get back into a period of growth here, probably this year. And you're going to start to see more and more hiring being done. So the future is FinTech. I mean, the future is technology, whether it's blockchain or AI or data science, whatever it is. These are the people that are going to be in demand. They're in demand now, and they're going to be even in more demand as we go forward.
You know, you predicted my next question. I'm thinking in terms of technology, what can we expect from the fintech industry in the future? I mean, a couple years ago, no one's ever heard of cryptocurrency or NFTs, which is an indication of how quickly this industry is evolving. What can we expect technology-wise from fintech in the coming years?
I think you're going to continue to see an evolving use of the blockchain, and we're going to figure out what we're actually going to use cryptocurrency for, whether it's going to be a currency or whether it's going to be an investment instrument or both, and what other uses it's going to have. AI is changing every industry right now, so it's definitely changing fintech. Think about the sheer volume of transactions and data that is generated by people in all industries, not just gaming, but like every transaction you make, we now have data about that transaction. For example, around responsible gambling, there's now AIs that can track people's activity when they're gambling online and can look for what they call markers of harm.
Okay.
So those markers, if they're put together in a certain combination, the AI can recognize, this person might be moving into a potential problem area, and then there can be some sort of intervention made by the operator. So I think you're going to see AIs begin to become much more powerful and much more prevalent, and be used to make the financial industry and the gaming industry much safer. Now, at the same time, that's just technology. So what we're also going to see is we're going to see it used for bad.
Yeah.
So the criminals and the bad actors out there are also using AI to make themselves more successful. So there's kind of like an arms race going on.
Yeah.
Between the people protecting our systems and the people trying to hurt those systems. So I think you're going to continue to see advances on both sides. One of the areas that is probably not going to look anything like it does now, like right now you have passwords for almost everything you do, right? You have passwords for your gaming app, and you have passwords for your banks and all these things. And passwords are not a good way of protecting an account. They're easily hacked. They're cumbersome to remember them. I was at SBC last year, and they had an anti-fraud guy there, and he was saying that the industry is spending something like, I can't remember what the number was, but it was like $40 billion just on password changes.
Unbelievable.
So they're going to be developing new technologies for that. The one that's out there lately is pass keys. But I think as technology evolves, like how you identify who you are and how systems confirm who you are is going to change a lot.
You mentioned responsible gambling, which is such a big issue in the gaming industry. Will FinTech be more involved in the responsible gambling aspect of these sites and things like that? What kind of role does FinTech have in the responsible gambling aspect in the gambling industry?
I mean, it's essential. It's like I said before, KYC, or the Know Your Customer piece, is essential to responsible gambling. We want to make sure people are of age, that they are where they say they are who they are. But then, other aspects, right now in England, they've got affordability checks are coming into part of the practice in terms of responsible gambling. And I'm not saying that I support that idea. I think there's a lot of problems with that idea. But the idea that you could look at someone's financial data and use that to help make an assessment onto whether they are a problem gambler or not, I think is something that you are going to see used. And you need to bring in all of this data from people. And when you look at these markers of harm, there's not just 5 markers of harm. There's dozens of markers of harm. And that's because you can look at different pieces of data, anything from how much money people have in their bank accounts to how often they're making withdrawals to what the size of those withdrawals, the size of their deposits. I mean, all of this stuff is data points. And tracking those data points is all about FinTech, and it's all about using financial technology to assess who you have in front of you, and are they are they in trouble or are they not in trouble? You know, there could be someone that's gambling large sums of money and they're gambling often, but if they're wealthy, it may not be an issue. They may not be a problem gambler. So that's why you have to have all these different data points and to figure out whether someone's having a problem or not.
How about from the Innovation Center? What can people look forward to in the coming year at the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center?
Well, so we're still, getting started, really. We're just a year old now, and we're going to see more programs around our Gamble for Good concept, like the summit in the fall. You're going to see more roundtables where we're bringing together industry leaders to talk about issues that are relevant to the industry. You're definitely going to see more career and workforce type stuff where we're going to start, building out curriculum at different universities. We're going to create programs that people can do online to help upskill themselves for the industry, and we're going to partner with different organizations to do that as well. So there's quite a bit that's coming. I definitely encourage people to go on our website and sign up for our newsletter. That way they'll keep them in the loop, or follow us on LinkedIn or Twitter or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, David, we're running out of time, but can you give out that website for the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center at New Jersey City University, and any information you want to give out for registering for any of the events or conferences you have at the Innovation Center?
Absolutely. Our website is ftswinnovation, all one word, .org. So if you go on there, you go to our events page, you can register for any of our upcoming events on the events page. So that's where those are. Again, all of our virtual panels coming up are free to attend. You just need to register. And there's a sign up on the website too for a newsletter on our contact us page, so you can stay in the loop as well.
David Naczycz is Executive Director of the FinTech Sports Wagering Innovation Center at New Jersey City University. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us about FinTech and the incredible work the Innovation Center is doing. FinTech is such an important part of the gaming industry and a major component in New Jersey's future in that industry. Please come back on and keep us updated about the incredible work you guys are doing at the Innovation Center. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for having me.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards.
Attention. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, watch this urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by hiring 87,000 new agents to garnish your paycheck and put liens on homes and businesses. They can even seize your bank account. The IRS calls it enforced compliance, and now they have the manpower to get you. Penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily. So call One Stop Tax Relief Shop and get the IRS off your back. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. And no other tax shop gets you more or faster approvals. One Stop Tax Relief has resolved thousands of cases since 2014 and saved clients millions of dollars. Call now for a free consultation. Connect with tax professionals who get the IRS off your back.
Call 800-605-0688. 800-605-0688.
One Stop Tax Relief Shop.
It's a casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Welcome to another edition of Beating the House. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're going to be crisscrossing the country, the continent, sometimes even the world, talking about the latest jackpots from the lottery and casino industries. If it's a $100,000 or more jackpot, we will be talking about it on this show. Press releases, please keep those coming in. We love hearing from everybody out there. As a matter of fact, towards the end of our show here today, we're going to be talking about two of the press releases I got.
Oh, okay.
But first, we are going to start off with a brand new casino for our segment.
A brand new casino.
We've never done one from this casino before.
Okay. A brand new
casino for our segment.
Okay,
for our segment.
That's
how I phrase it, for our segment.
All right, okay.
We're going to the online world in Golden Nugget Online Casino. We've never done one from Golden Nugget Online.
Is this from New Jersey?
It is from Pennsylvania and Michigan.
Oh, okay.
We've got two.
I think I might have an account with Golden Nugget because I keep getting email about Golden Nugget Online, so I'm wondering if I have an account there. There's a lot of online stuff in New Jersey, so I don't know what I have an account for a lot of times.
Well, we have two lucky Golden Nugget Online Casino members.
All right.
Customers, whatever you want to call them. I think the casino would prefer calling them members of their community.
Yeah.
Record-breaking jackpots.
Wow.
Each one winning more than $1.4 million.
Wow. Okay.
We have Pennsylvania, the Golden Nugget Casino in Pennsylvania. We have the Golden Nugget paying out its largest jackpot to date.
Interesting.
Over $1.49 million, playing Cleopatra.
Okay.
By the way, very cool game to play. Very fun. Very fast-moving, too, especially if you do the autoplay.
Okay.
But we have a $2.10 bet coming out with the record $1.49 million.
Wow. Okay.
Less than a week after that, we've got Golden Nugget Online Casino in Michigan paying out $1.42 million. Now, this was for a customer playing 88 Fortunes.
Okay.
Now,
by the way, I played both of those.
You've played both of those.
I am familiar with both of those games.
I like the 88 Fortunes
Yes.
in terms of every bet is a multiple of 88 cents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the lowest bet you can do is 88 cents per spin. This was a $5.38 bet. $1.42 million.
Okay.
Two of the largest with a record one, $1.49 million coming out of Pennsylvania. Michigan had the $1.42 million. So that's about 2.85 million in about a week.
What a good week for a good couple of weeks for Golden Nugget Online Casino. Huh?
Yeah,
there's one in New Jersey too.
There's one in New Jersey,
and I may have an account with them. I have to go look for it.
So. I actually don't know if I have an account. This may be one of the few I do not have an account for.
It's one of those things you have to keep track
Golden Nugget,
of.
if you're listening.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if we have an account. I got to go check.
Yeah, so, but again, I've always liked the Golden Nugget, the one in Atlantic City. I've been there so many times.
Yeah.
That's a fun place to go.
Absolutely.
They're all over the country, the actual brick-and-mortar ones, but the Golden Nugget Online Casino, they were the ones that had to have a certain carving out when they first launched their sports betting area where, since it was Fertitta, he owned the Rockets, you couldn't bet on the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
So, kind of interesting.
It's interesting. The Golden Nugget, when Atlantic City first got sports betting, they actually moved their poker room upstairs, and the old poker room is now the sports book.
Yes.
In Golden Nugget in Atlantic City.
Which, by the way,
but we're talking
nice,
about the online version. But
very nice sports book there.
Oh, yeah, no, beautiful. No,
I think it's one of the more underrated sports books. Very comfortable in there, too.
Yeah,
a lot of good chairs.
No, I like Golden Nugget Atlantic City, but now I got to check out Golden Nugget Online now,
yes.
So.
We're going to leave the online world and go to the brick-and-mortar world of Encore Boston Harbor.
Oh, good. By the way, I'm wearing my T-shirt that I got
Did you know we were going to be talking Encore Boston Harbor before you put that on?
I am a stickler for preparation. So that's how I know.
Really?
No.
Doesn't even show.
Not really. No, I don't know. No, but I have my T-shirt. I don't know if actually the camera can pick it up because it's might
you
be
could
behind
probably see it. You could probably see it. I can't see it from where I'm sitting here.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's behind the microphone.
I should get mine because it's a black one. You can actually see the Encore better.
No, mine. Mine's red.
Yeah.
So.
But Encore Boston Harbor had another
which, by
jackpot.
the way, is in Everett. By the way, the great city of Everett,
Massachusetts.
which is, I guess, about a mile past the Boston City line. It's Encore Boston Harbor. It's actually on the harbor.
Yes.
I think you can actually take a ferry. Not in the, I don't know, maybe in the wintertime? I've never done that, but I know they have a ferry service.
A lot of people, when they first hear the name, think Boston Harbor is Boston, but Boston Harbor is the actual harbor. There's multiple sides to the harbor. So.
Everett is a city located in the Boston Harbor.
Right.
On the other side of Boston Harbor is Boston.
And this casino's going through some changes now that WinBet's left the state for the sports betting side. Can't forget that. Now they're running the sports book.
Yep.
So, if you ever go to Encore Boston Harbor, besides the table games, which we have here, visit that sportsbook. It's one of the best ones.
I like it. It's beautiful there.
So, but right here, since we're dealing with jackpots, we have an Ultimate Texas Hold'em jackpot. No word on the hand, but it was an Ultimate Texas Hold'em table game jackpot, $204,005.
Wow. Okay.
Usually we get a Blazing Sevens jackpot from Encore Boston Harbor, but this was an Ultimate Texas Hold'em. That's actually on the casino floor. That's not in the upper level where they have the high-limit slots. This
is a table game down on the main floor.
By
the way, the upstairs, and I always eat at that sports bar. I don't even know what it's called, but they have different sandwiches named after their different Boston sports legends.
I think it's the Burger Bar.
I have no idea.
Something's-
I get a burger
Yeah.
there, but I don't know.
We're a burger company.
But it's like
it
right
has
up,
burger in the name of it.
I don't know if it does or not, but it's right up the top of the escalator. So,
Well, we're leaving Boston. I'm sorry, Everett. We're leaving Massachusetts. How about that? We're going to the Suncoast Hotel and Casino over out west. We've got a 6-figure jackpot hit by a local playing IGT double bonus poker video poker. $250 bet.
Wow.
I still can't do. I can't
that's
pull
big
the trigger
for,
on that.
That's big for me, especially video poker.
Yeah.
So
We have a Royal Flush of Spades coming out, paying $200,000 as a jackpot.
obviously, it's this player knows more than me, so it was a good investment by them.
According to the casino, the second 6-figure jackpot to hit the property in February.
Wow. Okay.
Didn't say whether it was the second video poker jackpot, but it was the second jackpot of 6 figures to hit the property. And this is over in the Northwest Las Vegas area, Suncoast Casino.
Wow.
If anyone's ever been there, it looks like a fun place.
Yeah.
Given the fact that it pays out a hell of a lot.
We reported on them a couple times.
They've been kicking out some money. I think we had the 6-figure jackpot before, so I have to go back and look at my notes,
All right.
see exactly what that was.
All right.
Now we're going over to Iowa for another brand new casino for this segment. We've never done this casino before.
We haven't done Iowa a lot either. I mean, we might have had some Iowa stories, but not a lot.
They got a lot of
from Iowa
casinos. They got a lot of
yeah.
casinos and online sports books and
All right.
online casinos, all that stuff. No, I'm sorry, no online casinos in Iowa. They're not one of the 6 that have online casinos. This is in Marquette, Iowa. We're going to the Casino Queen Marquette.
Okay.
A lucky local there was playing Triple Diamond Haywire. That's
All
a
right.
slot machine.
I've never heard of it, but I have to check it out.
It's a $5 machine, but he was playing $15 a spin.
Okay.
$105,345.
Wow, that's
paid
great.
out $15 bet. That's actually a good return on your money.
Absolutely. And by the way, one of the best aspects of this segment that we do is I've never heard of this slot machine. Now,
Triple Diamond Haywire.
I wrote it down, so I'm going to check it out because I learn more about slot machines in this segment than I do anywhere else. So Triple Diamond Haywire.
Triple Diamond Haywire. First time we're having a Iowa casino on this.
Oh, is it really?
Really the first one. Yeah.
All right.
I think we had a Betfred sports bet one time.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't think we've had too much from Iowa in terms of slot jackpots. But that's it for the casino and slot jackpots.
All right.
We're now going to hit some lottery.
All right.
As a matter of fact, we've got 2 in the United States and 1 in Australia to talk about.
Okay.
North Carolina lottery player, because it's a woman. I misspoke there because she had a premonition she was going to win the lottery.
Okay. Hey.
So she went to the store to buy it. She went to the Harris Teeter grocery store in Durham, saying that she just had a feeling it was going to pay out this time.
Sometimes it works out like that.
Yep.
I think I said it last week. If you're passing like the counter and you're at your grocery store, your convenience store, and you feel, hey, you know what, maybe I should play the lottery. Hey, put a couple bucks on it. You're getting that feeling for a reason.
Well, she won $500,000.
See, there you go.
On a $5 ticket.
Well, there you go. Look
So
at that.
her premonition came true.
Good.
So kind of interesting to see premonitions work. We've had stories like that in the past before.
Absolutely.
But
I mean,
never, usually it's something kind of weird that pops up. But this was, she just had a feeling, bought the ticket, and it worked.
Good.
Over in Michigan, we've got a Michigan lottery story that was inspired by a TV show the person was watching.
Okay.
I've actually never heard of this show before.
What is it?
My Lottery Dream Home.
I have seen it.
I
have seen the commercials for it. I think it's on one of like a Discovery Channel.
HGTV.
HGTV. Was that Home and Garden?
Home and Garden. It used to be Home and Garden.
I've seen commercial. I have not seen an episode, but I've seen commercials for it. And I guess it's people who win the lottery. That's what I'm gathering from the commercial. People who win the lottery buy these homes. And I guess they have a host that brings them along.
The host helps them pick the house they want using their lottery winnings.
Oh, wow. Great.
Personally, I think they should save the lottery winnings, but
what else are you going to say?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let me tell you something. Getting a home with your lottery winnings just increases your lottery winnings because
especially if you don't have to do a mortgage.
It's one of the best investments you can have, real estate or
I guess so. I guess so. Especially when you don't have to put a mortgage down on a home.
Probably not if you won the lottery.
But the Ottawa County man bought his tickets after watching an episode.
Okay.
And in the episode, this particular episode, it was the first time they were playing instant games.
Mm-hmm.
The scratchers.
Okay.
It wasn't the drawings that they went on.
All right.
They were doing scratchers. So this guy was watching it. He went out and bought the Holiday Wishes ticket. The third scratch off he'd ever bought.
Okay.
Ever. He doesn't play scratchers according to the releases.
By the way, I hope this guy gets to be on My Lottery Dream Home. Because this is a great story.
Yeah, this is a great tie-in.
Yeah.
But it was the Holiday Wishes ticket, $500,000.
Nice,
third try.
Great.
I don't know what where you. I guess there's certain areas you can get a really huge house for $500,000.
I guess so. I don't know.
I'm not big on the real estate thing. So
No, I don't know. I don't know where Ottawa County is. I'm sure you can get
in Michigan.
I'm sure you can get a nice summer home or something like that.
But according to the release, he told the lottery officials this had to be checked a couple times because both him and his wife have poor eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he won $5.
Wow. Okay.
Showed it to his wife. She thought he won $500.
Mm-hmm.
They brought it to the store and then realized $500,000 winner.
Wow, that's great.
So congratulations there.
Yeah, and good for the store for helping them out.
Yeah,
I like that.
Nice. Last lottery story for the show here. We've got an Australian lottery.
Have we ever had an Australian lottery?
As a matter of fact, we did because we were talking about Keno Jackpot, which is as well.
Wait. I think I remember this. Was this like a restaurant or a bar just opened?
That's it exactly.
Okay, that was the past story. Okay,
yes.
What happened in this one?
We've got a Southport Australia man going at the Lions Club. Lions, that's the name of the bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Another bar. Look,
another bar.
Boy, got it.
He was at a lunch with his wife and her family celebrating her birthday.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So he was playing Keno with his special numbers that he always plays.
Okay.
And he hit for $29 on a draw.
Okay.
His wife's brother-in-law suggested, keep playing. We're here for a while. Go keep playing.
Yeah, you're playing with house money now.
He put another ticket in. This one came out to $1.6 million.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
So,
well, I hope his brother-in-law
yeah.
got a little.
I hope
little
so.
Something from that, that's like a consultation fee kind of thing.
I hope his wife doesn't get used to winning like that on her birthday. So, it's going to be hard to top next year's birthday for him.
Yeah. So, well, I'm assuming those, if they weren't regulars before at that place, I'm sure they're regulars now. What's the restaurant called?
Lions. It's technically a tavern.
Okay, well,
I don't know the distinction over in Australia between a tavern and a thing, but again, Keno pays out an awful lot for the Australian lottery.
Oh yeah, no, it's I know New England they love their Keno.
Oh yeah. Last two stories are actually press releases from a couple different companies. We've got Yamava Resorts in San Manuel and Konami Gaming, and we have Caesars and Play AGS releasing 2 new games.
Okay.
And I thought we'd talk about them here.
Sure.
Matter of fact, if you're watching on TV, you're going to see some images from both these releases, showing what the games are and all that stuff.
All right.
We've got the first one over in San Manuel, the Yamava Casino and Resort. We've got a brand new game called Unruly Riches. Play on the word unruly riches.
Okay,
unruly.
So woolly, does this mean it's like a sheep kind of thing?
There is a mischievous goat character.
Goat, okay.
By the name Spice.
All right.
And an angelic sheep character called Sugar.
Okay, I knew there was a sheep, woolly.
Yes. They lock
it's either
horns.
a sheep or a sweater.
They lock horns in battle.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they chose the phrase lock horns in battle, but I understand it.
Okay.
Sheep and goat and all that stuff between dark and light forces.
Okay. Are these natural enemies kind of thing? Or
here in Unruly Riches, yes,
all right.
They are natural enemies.
All right.
So they battle each other. One's good, one's bad, obviously. I guess the goat's bad and the sheep is angelic. They refer to it that way.
Okay.
So that's the good part. And you get to play and see exactly what you can win with bonus features. They've got super free games and then a double up event. I got to see what those are, but
okay.
Brand new game for the customers at Yamava Resort and Casino.
All right.
And the last one happened locally here, Caesars Entertainment.
By the way, this was all over social media in New Jersey.
Yes.
Is this I'm going to screw this up, so the bacon thing?
Rakin' Bacon Odyssey.
Okay, Rakin' Bacon Odyssey.
Right. Like raking in the dough,
so
raking bacon.
Yep.
But Caesars and Play AGS announced the launch of their first cross-platform slot game.
Okay.
It's available in New Jersey at Caesars, Palace Online, Caesars Atlantic City. That's the brick-and-mortar one, the Caesars Atlantic City. Tropicana brick-and-mortar Atlantic City.
Okay.
And Harrah's Atlantic City. So it's at all the local Caesars casinos on the boardwalk. Okay. Actually in Atlantic City because Harrah's is over in the
I'm going to be Atlantic City pretty soon, so
Yeah.
I'll look for it. There was Rakin' Bacon Odyssey. Okay.
This is, according to AGS, an extension of their player-favorite slot game, Rakin' Bacon.
Okay.
And it features the character of Cornsquealius.
Wait. Cornsquealius?
It's a play on Cornelius. Cornsquealius.
Yes.
A lovable pig cartoon adorned in Caesar-esque laurel and white robes.
Okay.
Where Caesars Entertainment comes into play here
right.
That's why they wanted this game.
Okay.
So,
I see the tie-in.
Very unique games.
Cornsquealius. Okay.
Pig game, sheep game, and goat game that we just talked about. Brand new games for people to try out in two different areas, one in California, one in New Jersey. You got 3 places in New Jersey to actually physically play it, but it's also on Caesars Palace Online Casino. Well, that's it for this week's Beating the House. As always, congratulations to the winners we did talk about. We only cover $100,000 or more jackpots in this segment, but there are a lot more winners out there everywhere, so congratulations to everybody out there.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time with House of Cards.
You build a house of cards.